my name is Jamie. I live in Saudi Arabia. I have 3 cats. I'm 32 years old. And I have a makeup collection that just keeps getting larger. It did yesterday. Let's talk about it, shall we? I am a person who really likes to purchase products from indie brands. That means they're independently owned. And what I got yesterday has come from Lethal Cosmetics, and Lethal Cosmetics is a German indie brand with fantastic ethics. They are vegan, cruelty-free, and halal. And I ended up purchasing the Wildflower Palette. It is very pretty. From the Wildflower collection, I also picked up one blush. So the palette itself is €45.38 or $50.12. And the blush, I got the yellow blush, is €13.45 or $14.85. I did not purchase the whole collection. I was very good about this. That was the pro. Here is the con. So, I picked up my palette yesterday, and this is the state of the shimmers. Each and every shimmer, all 6 shimmers were broken. All of them. So, mind you, the palette costs $50. It would cost the brand $59 to replace just those 6 shadows. I have a ticket in with Lethal Cosmetics. I'm not sure yet what they're going to be doing about it. Yeah, I'm curious. We're gonna find this out together. It's the same day Lethal has answered, and they have already agreed to send me a new palette, so hopefully this next one will come unshattered. I hope so. That's the idea, right? I was really interested in this palette because I recently purchased the Evergreen palette from Lethal Cosmetics, and it was a gigantic step up in quality from the Berlin 89 palette that I had. So on a timeline, I got the Berlin 89 palette. I did not like it. I really was not impressed with the duochrome in it. I wasn't impressed with the color story. It felt blocky and clunky, and I wasn't enjoying it. I have in fact decluttered that palette since then. And then I ended up getting like a mystery bundle from Lethal Cosmetics. I want to say that some of those shadows are from their old formula, so I may be decluttering those as well. I also got a couple of lip products. I wasn't that impressed with them. And then time went on. I got bored, and I ended up ordering a custom Lethal palette with custom shades that I chose myself with a custom color story. And the quality of those eyeshadows really, really, really impressed me. So I was emboldened then to purchase the Evergreen palette. It really impressed me, although another shadow of those came broken as well. And here we are with Wildflower. So the broken shimmers are Untamed, Clover, Flourish, Blazing Star, Pioneer, and Heather. They really are all beautiful. I did manage to press them all back in, but I don't know that that is going to hold forever. It may work for today, but not much past that. So I'm going to test the palette out. I did wear it a little bit today earlier for work, and it worked fine, but you know, we'll see. And yeah, so just know that as I'm using these shimmers, especially, that they have been repressed, and we are still waiting for Lethal to respond about how they're going to move forward. Like I said, it's going to cost the brand a bit of money to replace all of those shades, so I don't know what they're going to do. I just don't know. I don't know if they'll refund me. I don't know if they'll replace the shadows. I just don't know yet, so we'll find out. New here, hi. Thanks for coming, and if you're not new here, welcome back, thanks. Please feel free to always like, comment, and subscribe, and with that in mind, let's get started. Let's put this thing on my eyes. So, first and foremost, actually, that's not what I'm gonna do. I am going to do kind of a combined thing where I prime probably the top part of my eye with this Eye Prep Eye Prime like normal, and then I am going to be using one of these Beauty Creations color-based primers. It's in the shade I Lilac You. Cute. And this palette was a birthday present to myself. I got myself a lot of birthday presents this year. I've gone slightly unhinged lately, so, you know, I will say it's probably about time for Taurus season to end, because it's getting a lot. It's getting to be a bit much out there. So here we are, primed at the top of my eye a little bit. I'm gonna go in with the color-based primer, kind of a bit lower. just for something different. Like I said, I did use this palette earlier and it was really pretty. So I'm not thinking that it's the Berlin 89 quality. I'm thinking it's their more recent quality. So that's good news. So I'm just aiming for kind of a soft gradient there, even with my primer. That is enough primer, I think. So I am going to go ahead and swatch the blush for you. It is in the shade Dandelion, and I am a little annoyed that it did not come in its own compact because I don't know if I have enough room for this. So I'm going to swatch it before I put it on my face, and here it is. I believe it has a little bit of shimmer in it. And I'm going to swatch it next to Silence is Golden just for reference. This is a NYX yellow blush. I love yellow blush. Okay, so this is the NYX Silence is Golden. And this is just on my bare skin. Here you have it. Here it is. It's quite a bit lighter. Okay, so this is the NYX. This is the Lethal. Very cute. The Lethal is a bit lighter. It does maybe appear to have just a little bit of a shimmer, but I think it's not going to show up necessarily on the skin that way. I'm going to start in the palette, and I've got to be a little bit delicate with it because, yeah. Ugh. It's a little bit messy too. I may, how should I start? I'm gonna go ahead into this purple shade. I wish Lethal would have the shades nearby or available just to reference. I haven't used these Sigma brushes yet, and I think today's the day. I'm gonna put that in my crease. Like I've mentioned before, I really like the ethics of Lethal Cosmetics. I think they're doing good things. And I like to see that they've kind of made progress with their formula and their ideas. I really was not happy initially with that Berlin 89 palette. It didn't sit right with me at all. So here we are, just one shade in. I'm gonna go ahead into this really pretty kind of bluer shade. Just place that a little bit higher. I believe I used this shade today as well. By the way, these Sigma brushes, that's pretty nice. That's probably one of the nicest brushes that has ever graced my face, unfortunately. That's not good news for my wallet. Next, I'm going to go into this very, very pink shade. Now, you know me and pink. Not a pink girl, really, but for the sake of the video and just to try something, not limit myself, we're gonna do it. And also, I kind of like pink in the context of a pink and purple palette, more so than just like maybe a pink and brown palette or other things, you know. That said, call me a liar, I've probably done a few pink looks recently. Next, I'm going into this darkest blue shade, and I'm going to pat that on the corners of my lid. I'm going to try to leave a bit of an open space. We'll see if it works. It's not maybe the most pigmented blue I could have asked for, but it does build. So, I don't do garage door eyes, I just don't think they look very good on me. Not at least like the very cut out structured ones. I think they're beautiful on other people. I wish I could do them properly, but I feel like my eyes are too winged, as it were. I feel like, I don't know, it has something to do with like how my eyes turn down and then out. It just doesn't, I don't know. It just doesn't look flattering on me, so I will admire it and appreciate it from afar, but I think I've done it once kind of successfully, but meh. I just wasn't that impressed, honestly, with myself or the look. Okay, now this is the hard part. There are a lot of choices to be made here. So I used the shade what I believe to be Clover today, this green one. It's really pretty. There's a lot of shades that I could work with here. I'm gonna go into, this was the most broken shade, this one. And I'm gonna just try it gently, I think on my finger first. I'm so worried about it. So it has like a very pink to purple reflect. That's fun. We like that. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. So I like that I maybe, like, I have a little bit of pigment on under that shade just to kind of get it a bit more of something to reflect off of. That isn't just white, because it's reflecting quite a lot of different colors. It's like pink in the middle, then purple, then blue, like, which is, that's just one shade. That's just one shade. And to be honest, actually, in the past, I've definitely glued down my shimmers from Lethal. I did not do it today, and they didn't crease on me. That was another big problem I had with the Berlin 89 palette, is that those creased like a mother. I don't know if you can see that, but it's very pretty. I love sparkle things. Forgive me for singing. I'm gonna just put, this may be a mistake, just a teeny tiny bit of this shade in the middle, just like right down at the bottom, just to kind of see. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Then I'm just gonna go back in with my angle brush and maybe put down a hair more of the blue. Are we happy here? I'm happy here. I even dare say I like that pink. I'm gonna do a little bit with my lower lash line. I'm just gonna start by bringing that blue a little lower. Just taking this purple, this darker purple, just kind of blending around my eye. Okay, then I think I'm gonna try one more shimmer kind of in the middle, and I'm just gonna pat this with my finger. I'm gonna take this blue. And pray I don't make a mess. And then I'm taking that like light purple shimmer, this one, and put it in my inner corner. Now, I don't love putting things on my fingers, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not my preferred method of putting on eyeshadow, but I'll excuse it for today because they're so delicate. I'm gonna stop here and then I'm gonna finish off my makeup, and then when we come back, I'll put on the blush. Nope, I'm gonna put on the nope. I'm gonna finish off my eyes, put on some lashes, finish my eyebrows and everything, and then when we come back, we'll put on the blush. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm not quite finished yet, but this is a good time to pause and use the blush in the shade Dandelion. So I've been liking a smaller blush brush lately. I love yellow. I don't know that this goes, but we're gonna make it work. Ooh, this does not go. I think I can make it work, but I'm gonna have to mess with it a little bit. Oh, looking a little sickly. There is a bit of a shimmer to it. It's not that I don't like it, it's that it does not go with this look at all. Go ahead and take a little bit of this Nabla bronzer. This also has a little bit of a sheen to it, and I think if I kind of run it in my cheekles a little bit, it'll tone it down just slightly. Yeah, this doesn't go. But it's cute. I do like the blush. I do. What can I do to kind of figure this out a little bit? Just try to bring the pink out slightly? I don't know. I'm going to jump off camera, finish everything up, give you my rundown. I think you know, but yeah, hang on 1 second. Okay, listen, I know the lip color is the choice. I'm just playing around here. Okay, calm down. So, lip color, obviously, hello. Every time I sit down and do my makeup, this is how it works. I just sit there and go like, what can I do today with the color cases? And I do things, and here we are. But that's not what this is about. Let's back up. So, the palette. Do I have other palettes with these mattes? Absolutely. Do I have other palettes with these shimmers? No, 0%. So, of course, I think that you can say that the palette is worthwhile for the shimmers. The shimmers, there's 6 of them, all totaled, if you wanted all 6 of them, are equal to more than the cost of the palette. So, with that in mind, it's a good deal, except that if you order this palette, you risk the shimmers arriving broken potentially, because they are pressed pretty soft. They are very lovely. The whole palette was nice to work with. I will say that I think that there are better mattes in, for instance, like Be Perfect palettes, but again, combined the mattes with the shimmers, the overall cost of the shimmers is more than the cost of the palette. So, do you need it? If you are a neutral girl, no. If you like playing in color, yeah, do it. That's kind of where we're at. I should mention as well that the blush is really nice. It does have a bit of kick up in the pan. It is pretty pigmented. If you are not a fan of yellow blush, well, don't get it. It is unique in my collection in the sense that I do not have a yellow blush with a bit of a shimmer. I do appreciate that. It does give me a bit of luminosity, and I didn't add any highlighter today because of it. And especially in the summer, I don't like a lot of highlight myself because I am a greasy girl. I'm a greasy, greasy lady. So, did you get this palette? Are you intrigued by this palette? What do you think of Lethal Cosmetics as a developing brand, or as it has developed? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I need to take this lip off. Bye.